He literally gave us the Holy Spirit to regulate our nervous system. He literally gave us the Holy Spirit so that we would not crash out. And I'm going to give you a peace that passes all understanding that will guard your heart and mind through me. You have nothing to be ever troubled about or afraid of. You will be persecuted, claiming my kingdom. You will be incarcerated for claiming my kingdom. You will be stoned, beaten, left for dead. You will be whipped. You will be killed. But you have nothing to be troubled about and you have nothing to be afraid of. Let that marinate. I'm going to tell you up front, you about to catch hell. But I'm giving you the same peace that you've seen me operate with the last 3.5 years. So you literally have nothing to be troubled or afraid of. And you stressing about bills? Huh? Bills is the issue? I'm not saying there's nothing to feel anxiety over when it comes to the fear of the unknown and what if I don't pay this? Well, let's just play it all out. If you can't pay it, you're going to have to get out. If you can't pay it, they're going to repo it. If you can't, so just go to bed. You already know what happens at the end of this. If you don't make the ends meet, you know they're going to come take the car and they're going to come get the house and they'll put you in foreclosure and blah, blah, blah. Give you 45 days to move out. Okay. Neither be thou troubled or afraid. He literally gave us the Holy Spirit to regulate our nervous system. He literally gave us the Holy Spirit so that we would not crash out. That's why he gave us the Holy Spirit. Not for power, for peace. And through peace, we are empowered to do the supernatural things. But he didn't leave us power. He left us peace. And that peace empowers us to do all the things that he has called us to do. That's it. Because we've seen the people that got power but no peace.
I sleep at night.
Can't sleep at night. Absolutely. They're abusive. They're destructive. They're corrosive.
My greatest advice to wives. Know God for yourself. Marriage is hard work. Marriage is warfare. There are many things working against marriage. Tangible, intangible. So know God. And I'm not trying to be religious. I'm just telling you that's where your identity is. Because any man can fail you. He's a man. He's a human being. That's the depravity, you know. It's only God that is infallible. Any man is, including you as a wife. It's God that can heal what nobody can heal. It's God that can touch what nobody can touch. It's God that can change what nobody can change. This is my greatest advice. Let me add one more. You as a wife, take care of yourself. Many times, and I've been there, we make our husbands God.
Yes.
And it's wrong. Thou shalt have no other God. So when the man fails you, you are finished. You're looking for, or if the man dies. One of my mentors said, when the husband died, she was 55. She said to me, my daughter, I don't even know who she called her name. I don't even know who she is. It's always so and so, you know. So know yourself, invest in yourself, believe in yourself, like yourself. Learn to be alone. I'm not saying lonely.
Yes.
Learn to be alone. Know your worth. Marriage is one of the expressions. Marriage is not what completes you as a person. And I think that society puts a lot of pressure on people. So they are not mature. They just go into marriage because, like you said, it's the job.
The next thing to do.
It's the next thing. And a lot of people are frustrated, including ministers of God, including pastors.
Especially.
I'm telling you, it's a lot. Marriage is heavy. It's a heavy load, and it takes a lot. So, because after every wedding comes a marriage. It takes a lot, not just to be married, but to stay married.
The reason why men don't wear engagement rings is, why would the prize wear the ring? Men are the prize, y'all. When you are thinking about winning a prize, who gets excited? Who's flaunting? Who's doing all the things? Women are. Women can get on and talk about how all the time that women are the prize. It's a psyop. Men act more like the prize than women do. Like the way that men see engagement, the way that men see weddings, the way that men see marriage and stuff, versus the way that women behave, two completely different energies. And a man does not need to wear a ring. Men don't go around talking about, I got the ring, she gave me the ring, she made me her husband, she said yes, I'm finally gonna be a husband, because, oh my God, getting a wife is such a huge thing. No, they don't go around doing that. It's women who go around doing that. talking about, I got the ring, I got the ring. It's women who will be fasting and praying for husbands. Show up at the church in wedding dresses to manifest a husband. Men are not doing that for wives. They're not. Right? So, the reason why the woman wears the ring is because she won something, and so she's showing what she won. The prize. The ring. The ring. The ring. The man, he's surprised. He's like, the men don't go around talking about, why would the prize wear a prize? Why would the prize wear the prize? You know what I'm saying? So that's why.
So many of these modern women, they want a man that's passionate about them. They want a man that shows an intense longing and a desire. An intense longing and a desire for them. And men are saying, after what I just saw, no. You ain't got nothing else to desire. You didn't show it all. Absolutely not.
A very close friend of mine told me she hates my content. To quote her, she said, "Your content is fuckeries." Fuckeries. It means nonsense. She told me my content is just me validating men and trying to make men feel seen. Right? That is what I want to do, make men feel seen. Not validate, but make them feel seen. She's scrolling on TikTok or Instagram or wherever it is, and my video comes up. She just swipes. So me being reasonable and objective, I said to her, give me evidence. Tell me something I said that is just me validating men that has no logic behind it, no truth behind it, nothing behind it but nonsense. She says to me she cannot think of an example. But she goes on to tell me how she likes my style. She likes how I deliver things. But the content itself irritates her soul. And I'm thinking to myself, if I had a friend who was a content creator and I had such a strong visceral reaction to their content, I promise you, I could tell you exactly why. I stopped listening to you because you said this, and I think that's nonsense because of this. I would have something specific. Because if something bothers me enough that I refuse to even listen to and support my friend, I would be able to tell her exactly why. Friend, our ideologies do not align. So maybe it's not actually what I'm saying that bothers you. Maybe it's the fact that I'm saying anything at all that asks women to consider a man's perspective. That's why you're bothered. Maybe the issue is that you already decided anything that humanizes a man or makes a man feel seen is automatically nonsense. And if that's the case, that says a lot more than anything I said in the video.
Okay, back with the date number 5 update, or was that date 6? I can't remember, but it was date number 2 with a high school guy, and it went really well. It was a good time, and before I forget, Kira, you requested, these are the shoes, okay, since I didn't show them, those are the shoes that I was wearing with that outfit. Okay, so, but it went really well. We talked about a lot of stuff, obviously. Again, we got like a little deeper. Trying to think. At one point, that's what I was going to share. So at one point, I was like, I can't believe, okay, this isn't verbatim, because I can't remember verbatim how it was said, and I'm sure it was said a little bit better than this, because I'm tired, it's 10:30 at night, so this is what you're getting. But I said something to the effect of, like, can't believe we're sitting here after all these years, we went from, like, making out whatever in high school and not really having anything to, like, I don't know. Basically, I said something like, I can't believe, oh my God, we're sitting here, like, it's so crazy to me, all this time has gone by, and, like, we're old, and da-da-da, and all that. And anyways, however I said it, he basically was like, I'm not surprised. And it was just giving, like, I don't know, confidence. Like, he was just like, I'm not surprised you're sitting here. I was like, Okay. So that was cute. And then when we were leaving, oh, that's what I was gonna share. We did share a little cheeky kiss. It was cute. It was nice. I think we're gonna hang out again really soon, probably this week. And I'll keep you updated.
If you're a deep person, this is why you feel lonely. You have to meet people where they're at, not where you wish they were. Let's say you're very emotionally aware. You reflect, you think deeply, and then you meet someone who just doesn't go there. Your instinct is to pull them up. Think like this, see it this way, let's go deeper. But here's the reality. You can't force depth onto someone who hasn't met themselves there yet. And if you try, you don't come across as helpful, you come across as intense, even a little overwhelming. So instead, meet them at their level, because that's the only real place that connection can happen. And yeah, I know, this is the part that no one likes. The more self-aware you become, the smaller your circle can feel, because not everyone is willing to go there. And it's not something that you can fix. That's something that you have to accept. Now, if you're keen, listen to this. I'm going to give you the psychology behind it so you know why it's happening. Number one, the self-awareness ceiling. People literally cannot engage in conversations deeper than their own level of self-reflection. This comes from emotional intelligence research. If someone hasn't processed their own thoughts and feelings, they avoid or deflect depth. Number two is cognitive dissonance. When you come in too deep, it creates internal discomfort in the other person. And instead of rising to meet you, they'll reject or distance themselves to reduce that discomfort. Number three is social calibration. High-level communicators adjust to the other person's level. Depth, tone, pace, you calibrate. This builds trust. If you don't calibrate, it creates social friction, even if your intentions are good. Four is autonomy resistance. Humans resist feeling changed or fixed. And the moment someone feels like you're trying to upgrade them, they subconsciously will push back on you. Five is the depth versus loneliness trade-off. As self-awareness increases, the compatibility pool narrows, and it's got nothing to do with being superior. We're all different, and unfortunately, to be able to connect with some people, you just have to meet them at the level that they're at and don't take it any deeper.
You know, men are not going to continue. I think men are getting to a point to where they would rather take a loss, right? I'd rather lose, as you would put it, as you would have it, if you say so. I would rather lose than sit up here and try to convince somebody to like me and they don't even care about me. That's the point that a lot of men are getting to. So you're not going to see me beg. You're not going to see me sit up here and pine and sing a song, Earth Angel, will you be mine? And since I lost my baby, and you're not going to hear me saying that, because there's not really anything out here to beg for. I'm not going to sit up here and convince you to like me. You don't even like me.
I used to be so frustrated with the fact that it seemed like my husband was so capable outside of our home, and then at home it seemed like that capability just completely went out the window. And then my social media feed was full of videos talking about weaponized incompetence, and I was like, yeah, that's it, weaponized incompetence. And then the Holy Spirit was like, is it actually weaponized incompetence? Or is it that it's really hard for a gift to show up in a place where it's constantly being dishonored? See, we forget that the opposite side of that coin is also the fact that most people will rise to the standard that has been set to them. And so we say things like, oh, men are so stupid. They couldn't even find the ketchup bottle in the fridge if it was right in front of them. And then we wonder why they act stupid at home. We constantly dishonor them, cut them off at the legs. And then we're like, why isn't he leading at home? Men protect their energy because God has called them to be visionaries, and so they're only going to spend so much time trying to prove something wrong or push energy in a direction where it's not getting them anywhere. And so yeah, they may spend a little time trying to prove you wrong, but if you've already decided in your head that your husband is stupid and incompetent, he's not going to be able to change your mind because it's something you've already decided within you. So is it really weaponized incompetence, or is it that we are no longer honoring men in their homes, and so they're performing better outside of the home because there's no honor within the home? See, I think we're actually in an epidemic of dishonor in our homes, and yet we as women are screaming, not fair, not fair. But the thing is, you can't reap something you don't sow. And so if we want our husbands to show up as the full gift God created them to be, we have to allow there to be enough honor for them to show up that way. See, men will cover our weaknesses and not even point them out. Men will cover our flaws and not say anything because that's how they were created. But we often forget that they're covering our weaknesses, but then we're constantly pointing theirs out. So I don't know if it's always weaponized incompetence, as sometimes it's really just there's dishonor in the home.
Are you single?
Yeah, I am.
When you meet a woman who is career-oriented and super successful, does that make it easier for you to date her?
Do you really talk like that all the time, or is that like a voice for the interview? There's no way.
It's however you make it.
No, dude. There's no way when you're talking to your homie behind the camera, that's your voice. Wait, are you gonna break character? Wait, what was the question again?
Do you think
say it in your real voice, not in the...
That is my real
YouTube
voice.
No, there's no way that's your real voice. That's like a Bane character for Batman or some shit.
I love this man, and I cracked up so hard the first time that I saw this interview, because this guy's whole thing is that he finds people to interview on the streets, and then he asks them these questions, but all of the questions that he asks are leading. And any time that somebody doesn't answer the way that he wants them to, or the way that he expects them to, he keeps rewording the question to sort of get the, like, red pill response out of these people. And so him being like, do you normally talk like that, or is this just a character for the interview? That is just so hilarious, because I do think a lot of these guys who are making this RP content are playing a character. I really think that because this guy lives in Miami, his sort of perception of how men and women are and reasons why they enter into relationships is very warped. And I'm not saying that what he thinks doesn't apply to Miami, because yeah, there are a lot of people who are looking for more transactional relationships. And I also don't disagree that looks matter a lot, that finances matter a lot, but the problem with these RP guys is that they take things that, yeah, you could argue are like generally true, and they just take it to this extreme level where it's like nothing but this matters, when there are so many other things that people are actually looking for in a stable long-term relationship. So I love when people answer these questions normally, and I also love when people kind of call him out on playing a role and playing a character to sort of get clicks and views and money. But that is just my opinion, so let me know what you guys think. Bye.
You know, a lot of these modern women really don't understand that men are seeing the same thing over and over again. When I date this woman, it don't really matter if you're black, white, Hispanic. Men are seeing the same thing. And quite frankly, you're seeing it across different continents. You're seeing it in Asia. You're seeing it in Australia. You're seeing it here in the US. Might be seeing it in Canada. You're seeing it in South America. It doesn't really matter. In certain sects and portions of wherever region you're in, there's a certain agenda that is being pushed where these modern women are acting a certain way. Men are seeing that and saying, oh, I know where this is about to go. I'm out.
I'm 30 years old. Not one of my friends has children. Zero. No one. No one's having kids. Do you know how hard you need to abuse a mammal to make them not have children? Like for real. Like let's step here back a moment, right?
Never thought of it that way.
Yeah, look, GDP goes up. People have have enough food, you know, and whatever. No one's having kids, and this is across the world. This is across both the West, the East, you know, everywhere it's happening. It's a thing, for example, it happens. Let me give you a theory here. So there's a thing that happens, especially with younger like even younger than me. Like the kids are like 18 today. There's a huge problem where they don't dance. No one dances. They go to clubs and they don't dance. Why is this? Because you get recorded.
Yeah.
If you're an 18-year-old kid, you go to a club, you get recorded. If you approach a girl and you mess it up, you get recorded. Everything is the panopticon now. So if you had to ask me why, my answer is technology. My answer is social media. My answer is AI. My answer is algorithms. Do you know what dating app algorithms do? Do you know how they optimize? They don't optimize you to meet your love of your life. They optimize you to keep coming back to the app.
Yeah.
And now there's a thing that basically we have sold out all of our dating norms, all of our, interpersonal norms to tech companies without our consent to optimize their ad algorithm. I think there's a deep thing where we as a society have not dealt with the fact that we have to steward technology responsibly. We have treated technology as a Wild West.
Absolutely.
Just everyone can do whatever they want. Just sell all of our younger generation's dating lives to corporations for profit. I think the real problem is that we are, as a society, as a government, the generations that came before me, and also my generation, I don't want to exclude myself from this, but also the generation came before me, just let technology rip. The promise was, if you let technology rip, if you let internet rip, there will be democracy and freedom and happiness and economic growth. And where is that? And I think my generation is noticing that broken promise.
So how do I signal that I like someone, and how do I know if they like me?
Okay, so verbally, I think it's very easy, right? You can be very direct and be like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. So like my magic phrases, right? If someone is interesting, funny, likable, fun, say in that moment, this is so fun. This is so interesting. Being with you is always so interesting. So that's one way you can do it, is affirming the adjective that you're already feeling and saying it out loud, right? Like, I think that Kendrick was very funny. And I actually said to him in our like pre-interview, I was like, oh, you're really funny. That must be a double-edged sword.
He was the first guy.
The first guy, yeah. I said, you're really funny. And that made him feel really good. He was like, oh, yeah, I am. And I was like, I think that's good, but also probably it's harder to get depth. He's like, yes, that's true. So if someone is funny, interesting, delightful, a good conversationalist, tell them. That's the first thing. It's like, don't withhold that.
We don't tell people, do we?
Never.
We don't tell people. I was just thinking about a meeting I had last week, and I was thinking, God, if I'd started that meeting just by telling the person what I thought of them, a really positive thing, it would have completely probably made them feel good.
Yes.
Goes back to your point about giving them serotonin or...
And it makes you more likable. Like, we like people who like us. So the more obvious you are with your liking actually just makes you more likable. So affirming them, also making sure that they know that you were thinking of them. So like, I was just thinking of you. I was so looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this all day. And then nonverbal liking. So for men, vocalizations, we love those. We love a triple nod. We love a head tilt. We love a lean. All of those, yeah, see? Oh, you know, there was something funny that I read recently, which is women list humor as a number one trait they want in a man. Men don't care as much about humor in a woman. They want a woman who laughs at their jokes. But if you're a woman, you actually don't have to be that funny. You just have to be willing to laugh. And that brings me back to liking. Being an easy laugher, like being ready to laugh, is one of the most likable complimentary things you can do for someone else.
I think with the forward movement of the women's movement and women getting more rights, that is why we are experiencing the backlash that we're experiencing now. With any movement, then there's backlash against how people see the woman's role otherwise. Yeah.
Well, when you talk about backlash, you're talking about individuals who end up, and this is primarily, I think, men bosses who feel threatened in the workforce.
I think it's men generally.
And so, well, it could be men generally, but I think it's a power play.
Always.
And because it's a power play, I think that's where the
control thing.
It is a control thing. All right. So if you look at it biblically, there is the statement that says the man is supposed to be in control of the household. He says, and she says, he says certain things and she goes along with it biblically. But what the man is supposed to do.
Is that what it says? Well, is it transcribed true to language? It's general questions.
Depending on which version that you have, maybe the King James, but the idea is that the man is supposed to take care of the woman, take care of the household, take care of the children. And if that is the case, then he may decide to have a woman who is maybe known as subservient. And I think that's where the problem came in. It's not the fact that anything and everything has to go one way or the other, because I really think that life needs to be about compromise. And I think it's about understanding how you feel in your marriage about how the roles should be played and what needs to be done. Traditional roles? Come on, 2026, what's traditional?
True. I agree.
You have men who are staying at home and taking care of
you have to
kids.
do what works for you.
And a lot of these modern women, they want men to continue to audition for a role that, quite frankly, Chad and Tyrone didn't even have to try out for. Chad and Tyrone, y'all know those actors and actresses, they don't even have to show up to the audition. They already got the part. That's what's happening with a lot of these Chads and Tyrones. They don't even have to audition. You got the part. Sold. He don't put no energy into it, but then you got Chad and Tyrone over here. You just give it up. A man's gonna find out about that. And when he finds out about that, how do you think that's gonna make him feel? Not very good.
Single moms shouldn't date or post on TikTok, apparently. So I posted yesterday or the day before about my first time dating in like 2 years and how it went. It didn't go very well. But it started off okay, then went to shit. But anyways, majority of the comments were great. People were very kind and like, you got this and all these good things. But there was a couple that like actually complained because they heard my kids playing in the background. They're like, damn, she posts on TikTok with her kids playing in the background. dude, my kids are with me 24/7 unless I'm working. If I can't take 3 minutes to make a freaking video with my kids in the background, whatever. Like, I'm not a trash mom. Screw you, honestly. My kids are just fine. They're doing good. And then, obviously, the other post was about bringing a man to the house with my kids. I do understand that. Like, I get not introducing your kids to a guy who just started to date, but the fact is, I have no family here. I'm a single mom. The kids do not have a father in the picture. He does not see them at all. No communication. And so I don't get a weekend free. I don't have anyone. And so, yeah, after a couple of weeks of talking to this man, we met at a park in public first, and then the next week we did in fact come to my house, and he met my kids. Not everybody's gonna agree with that. Not everybody's gonna think that's a great mom choice. You know, if I had a different option, then I would use a different thing, but being a mom, I don't have a lot of options being single. I work and I'm home with my kids, so there's that. Am I gonna quit and stop dating? No, I'm gonna try again, and let's see how it goes.
I don't like you. I just like what you do for me. You're a glorified spot holder, baby. I don't even love you. I just love how convenient you are. I love how beneficial you are. You're a glorified spot holder, baby. See, what you have to understand is that I will never be with you. Not in the way that you want me to be with you, but one thing that I can always rely on, one thing that I can always depend on is you are going to be right where I need you to be, where I need you to be, when I need you to be there, because as long as I keep hope alive in your mind and in your heart, then you have the false belief that one day that we'll be together, but I'll never be with you. Why would I do that? You're a doormat to me, but I'll never tell you. Why would I be with you? You're too easy. You're too accessible. You've already tolerated me dealing with other women. You've already tolerated me picking other people over you. You've already tolerated my children that don't like you. You've let me get away with everything under the sun. So why would I be with you? Why would I commit with you when I can have full access to you, when I can get you to do whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want, and I don't have to be your man? I don't care how long you've been around. I am going to always pick other women over you. I don't care how long you've been around. I am never going to commit to you. I don't care how long you've been around. I am only going to call you when I need you, because you are nothing but a glorified spot holder. You keep that spot warm, baby. I may come back, I may not. But where you going? You have it in your mind, I'm your best option. And I'm going to abuse you until there's nothing left in you. And then kick you to the curb. Like the trash I view you as. Click the link in the bio, book your one-on-one sessions. I'm on my way to Chicago, Illinois, April 16th, Nashville and St. Louis, May 16th, May 17th, link in the bio. Yeah, my house is big.
If you lonely, sad, fucked up, and can't stop thinking about the old woman who left you, broke up with you, and left your ass for motherfucking dead, watch this video over the next 90 seconds, because I'm getting ready to tell you how to get over that fucking shit. Quit being fucking soft. Nah, bro, I'm just playing. You ain't soft. You just a man that simply miss a woman, and that's alright. The goal is not for you to stop thinking about her, stop missing her, and none of that fucking shit. The goal is for you to learn how to create a life and live a life that shows that you have value outside of that woman or any fucking woman. I don't give a fuck what no dating coach on this motherfucker tell you. I don't care what nobody say online. There is no way you can be with a woman for 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, 3 years, 8 years, 10 years. Y'all break up, she leave your ass, you sad, lonely, depressed and shit like that, and you think your motherfucking ass gonna snap your fingers and never think about the woman again? That's not fucking reality, fellas, and that's simply okay. You're supposed to miss her. You're supposed to love her. You're supposed to think about her. But what you're not supposed to do is sit in that motherfucking bed, jacking off all day, not knowing what the fuck you gonna do with your life, and you sitting on the phone, reminiscing, look to the sad motherfucking, when I was 7 years old, all that fucking sad shit, reminiscing about y'all favorite song and shit. Fuck the bitch. Fuck her. She don't want to be with you no more. She chose her route. For whatever reason, she feel like she deserves more and she can do better than you, and that's 100% alright. But you gonna sit there fucking begging? You gonna sit there fucking complaining? You gonna sit there looking sad in the motherfucker while she moving on with her life? I fucking hope not. I motherfucking hope not. Fuck that bitch. On with your life. It's okay to miss her. It's okay to be sad. But it's not okay to put your life on pause because you so stuck on somebody who in the past and ain't trying to come back to you. If you're going through this right now, comment detach down below and I'm going to send you my free 5-step guide to detach from your ex-wife, your ex-lover, or whatever the fuck you want to call her. Comment detach down below and I'm going to send you the free guide.
I have decided to step back from the dating world. I'm not giving up on it because of course it's human to want to find your person that you love, of course, you know. But where did all these rules come from? Where did these rules come from? Because what do you mean that if I like somebody, I have to step back and show them I don't care? What do you mean that I can't spend every day with somebody that I like because then they're gonna get tired of me or ghost me or whatever they say? Where did these rules come from? Because when I was 18, 19, the dating world was so much different. So much different, where if you like somebody, you went all full force, no fucks given. I'm gonna see where this goes. I'm gonna date this person. And I loved spending time with somebody every single day, because when you like somebody, you want to be with them every day. You want to know, you know, of course you have a job, but after work you want to tell them about your day. You want to have that person that you can just go to, you know. What do you mean all these freaking rules of dating where, oh, I don't want to get hurt, so I'm gonna play all these games? I don't know, it's just, it's so weird now. Like, what? I don't know. That's why I'm stepping back from it, because I'm just like, you know what, let the players play and let me just live my life.
If you think that the pill is just for birth control, well, I might just be about to blow your mind, because the pill does so much more than that you think, because its benefits go way beyond pregnancy prevention. Many people that I see in my clinic start off with having the pill as part of their contraception, which is absolutely fine. But I often see patients whose real issues are something else. So it could be heavy, irregular, or painful periods. It could be that they're acne. It could be that their hair is thinning or they're getting hair growth elsewhere. And that just won't budge. Mood swings that hit harder than before, and the mood swings that are intense just before you have your period or your menstruation. So in some cases, the pill can be a part of your management, such as your conditions that you're having, such as PCOS, endometriosis, uterine fibroids, adenomyosis, PMDD, or PMS. The pill can actually reduce period pain, control bleeding, that reduces the risk of anemia because of the period loss that you're having, and help with menstrual migraines and the erratic bleeding that you're experiencing in perimenopause. The pill, the right one, can actually improve your skin and even lower the risk of ovarian, uterine, and colon cancer. It also can protect against ovarian cysts and pelvic infections, which means that the pill, yes, that humble pill that we're giving out, can do so much more behind the scenes that most of us are never getting told about. Yes, we always need to risk the benefits with the side effects that you're experiencing. So if you're on the pill or you're thinking about it, remember, it's never a one size that fits all. And all your reasons for taking it matters. So I want you to save this video and give this to anyone who's never heard of the other side of the story of what benefits that the pill does have. Follow for more women's health explanations, which are simple and clear in my videos. As always, if there's any questions, leave them down below.
And you know, modern women they're asking, how come good men kind of stop engaging with them, right? But you have to understand that, you know, the kind of man you say you want. So the kind of man, well, I want a man like this, 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 and this. And the man comes up in front of you. The man comes up in front of you, and you let the man go, right? And you let Chad and Tyrone play in your face. And then a couple of days later, you want the good man to show up and rescue you. You want the good man to be a shoulder to cry on. What? oh, well, you should allow me to do that in each and every situation. No, I'm a good guy. I'm not a doormat.